Well, it's football season, which means various fantasy football leagues are popping up everywhere. Fox UP's Kelsey Niemestow joins us live from Buffalo Wild Wings in Marquette, a fantasy football hotspot. Kelsey.
Ben, according to fantasyindex.com, fantasy football has been around for over 50 years, and an estimated 28 million people participated in the game last year. And so it's no surprise that the game has caught on so quickly in all corners of the U.S.
Fantasy football, the imaginary game within a game in the world of sports. And the wins and losses of real NFL teams take a backseat to individual stats.
It's fun just trying to, every time you draft different teams, you're in a different position. You know, you get to experiment with different players, on different teams and try to make the best team possible.
The game is made up of anywhere from 8 to 16 teams. Each person drafts a virtual roster of real NFL players from any team. Then they compete and score points against each other based on the stats each of their players receives during the NFL football season. There are millions of leagues, online and in person.
Well, during their parties, they're usually actually pretty quiet because they're all focused. But then throughout the season, we just hear a lot of, I need to trade this player, or when they have bye weeks, they have to pick up extra players, and there's also a lot of smack talking that goes on. So it's fun to see the competitiveness come out in everybody.
Actually playing fantasy football is completely free, and the prize is bragging rights. But some leagues play amongst themselves for money or trophies.
A couple different teams are just, free just for fun, but I do have, 4 or 5 different pay leagues, which, makes the stakes a little higher, makes it a little bit more, intense, basically.
Now then, despite the real game still drawing quite the crowd, fantasy football still draws quite a bit of attention. But as you can see, the Packers are losing against the Seahawks right now, so the crowd at Buffalo Wild Wings is very revved up. Hopefully some draft picks on both fantasy football teams will get some good news this year. Back to you, Ben.
All right, thanks a lot, Kelsey.